This wonderful lady works so hard here, so well, and she never misses a sunrise. There's something beautiful about this kind of spot, isn't there? It's kind of where we'd all like to be. And we have that feeling about different places in our lives. They're beautiful, they're serene, they're peaceful, they're inspiring. We feel uplifted. And we're kind of conditioned, programmed for that, we're made for that. Our DNA is kind of for that. We're built for paradise. We were built for paradise. There's somebody in my mind this morning, another lady who has been a great friend of Magdalene, and she sent me a note from hospital yesterday, and she needs tests, headaches. It's not easy, worrisome, wondering what the doctors are going to prescribe, what they're going to diagnose. And we read the first words of the letter today of Paul to the Romans. So there's somebody else here enjoying the sunrise. I love this letter. It's amazing what's happening here in this letter, the considerations, the thoughts, the worldview, the life view. Brothers and sisters, I consider the sufferings of this present time as nothing compared with the glory to be revealed for us. An hour ago I was walking here and all the trees were just big dark shadows, and you had to watch your step a little bit. So I know my pathways, so I can walk more freely to get in some mileage. And there are shades and shadows, and I know the place, so I feel comfortable. But maybe somebody walking in such a place who are not familiar with the area could feel afraid. Who might spring out of the shadows? Is there a wild animal? Is there somebody lurking to do damage? What's going on here, And the revelation of the beauty of the place through the sunrise. And then we begin to appreciate every tree and every leaf. And the lake, we can see it. Even this morning, when I went out to swim, I was really grateful for the light that was coming in the dawn. There we got our purple heron. I wonder if we'll catch her flying today. Her head is really tucked into her, almost into her feathers. I wonder if she'll fly for us and let out her big squeak. That's maximum zoom in, people. And the problem about maximum zoom in is when she flies, then I won't be able to, she'll be gone out of the camera range so quickly. Maybe she's getting used to our presence, that she's not so scared. She's definitely paying attention to us, to all of you here. Where'd you go? Oh, I lost her. Sorry. Can happen, okay? So the sufferings of this life are as nothing compared to the glory to be revealed. The shadows we had with those trees is nothing compared to their glory. These beautiful plants, these beautiful flowers. Boker Tov Moshe. Boker Or, you see, you say good morning in Hebrew, and his answer was Boker Or, which means morning of light. Good morning, morning of light. The sufferings of this life are as nothing compared to the glory to be revealed. The whole of creation is groaning in expectation for the revelation of the children of God. Because we're going around a little bit in shadows as well. And then when the light is revealed, then the beauty that God is fashioning in us will be evident to everybody. And so sometimes maybe one of the challenges we have is we're a little bit too fixated on resolving the momentary phenomenon of the struggle, and we're missing the big purpose of the struggle, and then how to handle the struggle. And as believers in God, one of the contributions we can give is a great serenity to the world through three basic attitudes, reference points in our lives: faith, hope, and love. And faith is telling us that there's a much bigger picture, a much bigger plan. It simply is there. There is meaning, there is purpose, there is intentionality. It's not just chaos, it's not just an accident, it's not just out of control. We believe. We believe in the Creator, and who created this world, and He created us intentionally. We believe. I believe. And we believe together because your faith helps my faith. It inspires my faith. And that's what each partner in a marriage also has. Each friend, each member of the family, each member of the church community. So our faith strengthens each other, strengthens each other's faith. Obviously that means encounter, it means noticing, observing, pondering, taking it in. It means relationships. I believe. And then the second step is I hope. And I hope because for quite a few different motivations to hope. First of all, we have a little experience of how things can change. And the situation I'm in now is not definitive. And I hope obviously from all of us who have experience of our heritage of faith. Let's think of Joseph in Egypt. It's a great account of providence, that providence is at work in our lives. And there is a plan, and it's going to work out. And this hope reaches an incredible climax then with the resurrection of our Lord, the resurrection of the body. And here we have St. Paul chiming in, the whole world is striving and struggling and straining and grunting. It's aching, but it's aching toward the revelation of the sons of the children of God in glory. And then the third step is, since I know that it's not chaos, even the political situation, even the church situation, even society situation, even my family situation, even the economic situation, there's a guiding hand. And this groaning is actually, it's part of the reality. And so it's not an issue of just getting rid of the groaning, it's an issue of the revelation of glory that's coming. If we believe in firmly, it's coming. And it's going to light up my window. It's going to light up my life. It's going to light up my world. The glory is coming. And because I have this confidence, then I can invest in others. I can help them. Parents know, because they were children themselves, that when the little baby is born, that they'll be screaming and it'll be ranting sometimes and be in rebellion other times as it grows up, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. And so there's that experience of life, and they know that, okay, it's not really about the broken sleep they had last night, it's about their child becoming a human being fully developed. So they're working, they're giving themselves for their little child. They're giving themselves, they're loving. They're bearing the inconvenience of that broken sleep. The child is teething, there's pain, they're filled with compassion. They're noticing, they're helping, they're soothing, they're consoling, they're hugging, they're caressing, and that little child experiences that love. And it's the same way through all of life and all of society. To be able to greet, to appreciate, to encourage, to admire, to thank the other for being there, to support them, to help them, to learn to read, help them learn to write. And sometimes it's a child in the family, and sometimes it's the whole population. Help them to read the signs of the times. Help them to understand, help them to have that serenity and stability in a very changing world that's groaning and aching and screaming for help. And so then that pattern of faith, hope and love, those are major reference points, major lifestyle attitudes, major pillars of support, framework to see life. We are framed You know, sometimes people are framed to be set up for bad, but we're framed to be set up for good. In a wonderful frame, the solidity of God's presence, and that faith, hope, and love. And it can start off very small, because we are obviously in awe of the great martyrs who went through so much to be faithful, because faith is a relationship. It's a gift of faith, but it's also being faithful. It's believing against all belief. But it starts off like a little mustard seed. That's our gospel passage today. And it can start very small, it doesn't matter. Very small, and it's never wasted. It's never wasted. Or like the woman kneading the dough and adding leaven and working it in until the whole cake rises, the whole bread rises. The Lord has done marvels for us. Indeed, we are glad. Went out crying and weeping and came back rejoicing with the sheaves. Hey there, you caught up to me. I didn't hear you coming, Moshe. I just got a little startled there. Sometimes that happens. And people appear beside you and you didn't realize. So people, we let it go like that. Wishing you many blessings today. Thank you for joining this morning. See you later, alligators.